I'm attorney Joey Franks with Big Man Law. I am the big man, surprise. And we are here today going over some videos with Judge Simpson. I like this guy. He's a fun guy. He's got a smile a lot on the videos, which I'm here to tell you, when a judge don't smile and they're scowling at you the whole time, that puts a different perspective on it. And the theme today is old people in the courtroom. And we got three different cases here today. And we're going to start with a fun one. And I like this guy a lot. He's a hard worker. He's just trying to clean up his yard, and apparently had some trespassing issues and things like that. But take a look at it, and we'll talk about it some more in a second.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Newman. Mr. Newman, can you state your name for the record, please?
Dale Newman.
Okay. Teresa Clare on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Newman is before the court for a violation of probation. When probation initially filed the violation report, Mr. Newman had failed to provide proof of his driver improvement program and had failed to pay his fines and costs. I do have proof of his driver improvement course that he completed. However, there still is the issue with his outstanding fines and costs. He owes a balance of $1,545. He's made no payments to the court. Mr. Newman did submit an ability to pay form to the court. However, that was sent back and to be addressed at today's hearing. I did advise Mr. Newman when I advised him of that to begin making payments, and he's not done so.
You know, Mr. Newman is on Social Security. He receives about $600 a month in Social Security, and he receives some additional funds in Bridge Card and EBT.
So his entire income is Social Security?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I have the Bridge Card.
Okay.
And I have another card that actually pays for gasoline. Well, I use it for gasoline.
You use it for gasoline?
Yes.
But your total income is 600 and?
Well, it's 600 plus the bridge and the gasoline. So it's probably closer to $1,000
a month.
Rough, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he's not working. He is 84 years old.
How old?
84. not the
No, I would have guessed 17. I didn't know.
Well, I try to keep busy. You know, and it's healthy.
I got you.
I mean, this whole thing started
Well,
while
no,
I was
it's
trying
okay.
to clean up my yard.
It's okay.
And I had a flat tire on the trailer and I needed an 11/16 socket
I will
to
say,
change the tire.
Your Honor, we just be
I mean,
asking the
that's-
court to consider reducing his fines and costs.
Pardon?
I'm asking the
He
court,
owes a total of $990. Well,
I think about 1,500.
you got 1,500 on it?
1540.
Hang on, maybe I'm not. Oh, I see where it is. I got it. But it's all fines and costs, right?
That is correct.
All right. Okay. Anything you want to tell me, sir?
Well, it's like I was saying, it all started because I was trying to clean up the yard. And I had a flat tire on the trailer and the 11/16 socket wasn't in the trunk. And I have a garage about 1,000 feet away from there. So I drove over to the garage and I drove through this construction site on my road. And on the way back, I had stopped because it was all blocked off with all these guys. And I waited for the traffic to clear and then I drove through.
Mr. Newman.
I took a video of the whole thing.
84 years old, he can say what the heck he wants.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I drove through, I stopped and talked with the superintendent. I says, I hope this wasn't a problem, but I'm trying to clean up the yard. So then I drive up there and I find out that the original guy that made the complaint, he called the sheriff, said that, I mean, this kid, he said I was assaulting them. I was just driving. The whole thing was under 5 miles an hour. I recorded the whole thing on my phone. You know, guys running out of the bushes, beating on the car. You know, they were assaulting me. I mean, I only pled no contest because I wasn't willing to. I mean, the ladies in black, they said you can get 20 years for this. Well, that's a life sentence.
What ladies in black?
The prosecuting attorney.
Oh,
He's not talking about me.
oh, okay. Oh, the prosecuting attorney.
The lady,
They're-
yeah.
Yeah, they're now known as.
Yeah, they told me,
Black?
you could
Okay,
get
all right.
20 years for this,
Okay.
you know, geez. You know, so I just said no contest, you know, because it's pretty simple thing that was going on here. I mean, it's something that I drive 2 or 3 times every day anyway, because, you know, between the house and getting tools sometimes, you know, just working on stuff all the time. So, I don't know, it just doesn't seem reasonable. I mean, frankly, I have plans to sue the village for lying. Those guys lied, but I'm not, but you know, this is a democracy, you know,
It
you
is.
got the most votes.
to
Well, there were 3
stand-
guys voting
yeah.
against me. You know, I had no defense really, even though I had taken pictures of the whole thing, you know, with my phone, you know.
I know,
kept the
I know.
recorder on.
You told me.
Yeah, and,
Well,
you
Your Honor,
know.
in light of all that, we'd again ask for the court's consideration.
How the youngster just wants to interrupt you. He's just telling me a story.
I did get the yard cleaned up.
You did?
I get to tell you, I got the tires fixed on the trailer and everything.
Okay.
Runs fine. I've been, you know, got other yards now lately. And keeping busy.
Gotcha. All right. We're only extending his probation to pay the fines and costs.
Your Honor, that was it, yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna waive all those fines and costs except $250.
I can deal with that.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad I can make you happy. When can you pay the 250?
Probably within 10 days. I'll have to make arrangements to find it, but I can do that.
I'll extend his probation for an additional 2 months. Figure out in 2 months how to get that paid, okay?
All right.
And then you'll pay the 250 within that time frame.
Appreciate your help.
And then I'll continue all of the terms as previously ordered for those 2 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You take care. I got a thumbs up, so.
Next up, Judge Simpson is dealing with a competency. And I don't know the details of the case, but the people versus this individual seems to indicate that it is a criminal matter. And Judge Simpson is trying to decide whether or not the man is competent to stand trial. And you can see throughout it that he's got some understanding issues. This is one of the sadder things we deal with. Unfortunately, I don't know what the standard is in Michigan where Judge Simpson is, but in Mississippi, it's a really low bar for somebody to be competent to stand trial. And Judge Simpson is trying to walk through it. They don't have all the information that they need. So they're going to continue it and gather that information, and they're going to come back. And the gentleman has trouble understanding that. Trial by jury, things like that are all difficult concepts for him. And is there the possibility he's putting on a show to get out of it? Sure. I don't put that past anybody, but my 2 cents is I don't think he's faking this one.
Court calls the case of the people versus Forbes Dabney.
Special appearance, Forbes David. Who is this guy?
Outside.
Are you?
Does he need the hearing things?
Yes.
Okay, Mike.
Mr. Dabney, you need the hearing thing, that you need some assistance on that? Okay, they won't fit over that hat you're inappropriately wearing in my courtroom. There we go.
Nice head though. I do like. Slide it. Okay. Wherever you like, put it down here.
Oh, who is this?
So put it down here so you can like this. There we go. Good morning again, Your Honor.
Odetella, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Forbes Dabney.
Okay. Who am I talking to?
Not entirely sure, but it would be me.
And your name is?
It's right there in bold letters in the front.
I see a judge and a period, a J and a period. I don't know
Yes,
your name.
it's all there.
Okay, that's all there.
Yes, that's all there. Your Honor, today's the date and time set for, I believe, competency.
So
This-
this is a special hearing, right?
yes,
I come here for what they call that thing, judge jury thing. That's today?
Today is the competency on your case.
I didn't ask for that. I asked for a judge
There's a
Or
judge
jury.
today. There's a judge today present.
one.
We got one
to
today.
do a jury, what is that the thing called, a judge? I had a stroke,
Yes, sir, Mr. Dabney.
so I have names.
Let me help you out here. You're very welcome, sir.
I come for a jury. What do they call that? A thing when they got a
A trial.
trial,
Yes,
attorney by trial, attorney by trial?
we're gonna get through this today,
I thought that was today.
not today.
Why not?
That's another part of the process. Okay, we're gonna help get
I
through
just
this.
need I just need to get the process going with who the guys, the police officers.
There are police officers, there's a judge.
Are they
there
gonna be here?
attorneys. I don't believe they're here today. Okay,
Mr. Dabney?
We get them named in?
we're gonna try to get them there. We're gonna do a lot of stuff in your case, okay? But today is for competency, okay?
I don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, the judge is gonna help us figure that out,
Yeah.
okay?
Hi,
Hi. You good?
your first name is? Okay.
Well,
What's going on?
it kind of is.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, we're waiting on a report on your case. We don't have it.
What, you said again, a report?
A report on your case regarding competency, so that then once we get that, we hopefully can move the case along.
Okay, then we're gonna do that at a different time?
We're gonna do it at a different time.
Well, can we move?
Pardon?
Can we move
Can we move
to another time?
to another day?
Yes,
I'd be more than happy to.
thank you.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn this competency hearing. 1 month out is what, the 18th, 19th, 20th, June?
Yes.
So I'll move the competency hearing to June 20th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome, Mr. Deb.
I did not ask for that.
You didn't ask for what?
Whatever you got there, right there. What is this thing you're getting ready to do? I didn't sign up for that.
Oh, I know, but yes, you did.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, okay, I signed you up for it.
You signed me up.
Yep, I did.
By what case number?
By what case number? This case number.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on.
yeah, we'll
Talk
move on.
about it outside, Mr. Deb. We'll
All right.
take care of it, okay?
Fine,
You wanna take that
continue.
For you?
Hmm?
You wanna take this for you?
Take it, please.
Yes, sir. All right. There you go. Thank you. Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Dabney. Have a
Thank
great
you
day.
kindly, Judge. Appreciate that.
Yeah, put the hat back on. All right, go ahead. Get it wrong.
The last one we have up is an eviction. It doesn't matter how you cut an eviction. It's not pleasant for anybody. It's not pleasant for the person being evicted. It's not pleasant for the owner of the property because they got to kick somebody out. This lady, she seems like she's really on point there for a little while, but she slips off the graph pretty hard there. And a caseworker actually steps in and suggests that she thinks that if she can just clean up a little bit, the carpet that is, she can stay there. I think the plaintiff in this case is going to be the owner of the property. It seems to be an apartment complex. So they're saying that we don't want her as a tenant. And they don't go into details why they don't want her as a tenant or anything like that. In fact, they're not taking rent. They're refusing to take rent because they don't want her there. They don't want her buying time.
So a notice to quit was sent to Ms. Marshall for lease violations on March 14th, giving her until May 1st to vacate, and plaintiff does not yet have possession of this unit.
Ms. Marshall? Did you get that information?
What information are we talking about? I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of papers and I read them as best I could and I didn't read them all.
Okay, all right. Are you planning on getting somebody to kind of help you with this?
Yes, sir, I am.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just waiting on them. Oh, thanks so much.
Welcome.
That's nice of you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, who were you waiting on?
Some friends, they're busy and I'm waiting on them to help me out.
Okay, your friends, how were they gonna help you?
Well,
You
return the items that I have in my apartment to the people that should have them back. And to clean the carpet. I've tried to clean the carpet best I can. And it's not working out too good. So I've got some more cleaner. And I have a trouble bending over, but I've tried to clean the carpet as best I can. And I'm depending on them to clean the rest of the carpet.
Okay. All right. But let me ask you, do you have these folks all lined up or already, or we don't know?
Yeah,
when they're coming?
I have everything set in item order for each person, so each person can get their stuff back. I started going through my stuff and found out that I had stuff in my apartment that belonged to other people. And I'm trying to get it across to them. Please, pretty please, Dan, please, please, please come and get your stuff so I can get this apartment cleaned up.
Okay. All right.
Have you got anybody that you know could get eye to eye with my friends and say, hurry up and come and get my stuff?
Oh, no, I don't know. I
Have
don't
you
know
got
that I
any
can do that.
extra time? It's coming up the weekend, sir.
Pardon?
I say, sir, have you got any extra time? The weekend's
right.
coming up, and if you know of anybody that you can look face to face for me and say, get a shake on the leg here and get this stuff out of here.
Your Honor,
Okay, here.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
Miss Marshall's
ahead.
under the impression if she cleans the apartment, she can stay there. I don't think she fully understands that she's being evicted, and if she cleans the carpet, that doesn't matter. She's under the impression if she cleans the apartment, she's staying there.
Well,
So
hold on,
she
let me
doesn't
find
fully
out.
understand what's going on right now.
Well, I'm trying to play my rent, but I can't, I keep getting stuck back coming in here and my rent is late and I'm trying to get my rent paid up and I keep getting pulled back here, so I can't get it paid, and it's late for this month.
Your Honor, plaintiff has blocked rent payment to avoid a park forest defense.
Yeah, I
I
understand that part.
talk with my client to see if this is a case where they'd be willing to enter into a conditional order of dismissal that allow Ms. Marshall to stay, or if they want, this to result in a move out. I have to confirm that with my client.
Okay, all right.
And
All right, Marshall, here's what I'm gonna do. You got folks with you. Have you tried to contact Legal Services of South Central Michigan?
No, I was understanding that I'm supposed to do it later.
Okay.
so
Here's
Your
what I
Honor,
want you to. Yes.
I've been talking with Toy Dennis, and Toy Dennis told me once she's served with an actual hearing date that they will work with Miss Marshall for legal services, but Miss Dennis would not start until she had the actual date. And we were provided with this hearing date yesterday afternoon around 2:00. So we just knew about this
Okay.
hearing yesterday at 2:00, and I called Miss Dennis to let her know, and I have not been able to contact Miss Dennis. I was not able to get in contact with Miss Dennis yesterday afternoon, but I have talked to Miss Marshall that, you know, once she does have the hearing date set, she can work with Miss Dennis, and I have talked to her about that. But the problem
Okay.
is right now, Miss Marshall has been at Brightwell and East Lansing. She was there for a couple weeks and she was discharged back home. CMH petitioned her and now she's back at Brightwell. So I don't know how that's going to work with Miss Dennis and Miss Marshall, since, you know, Miss Marshall is out of the county.
Got it. Okay, so let's do this. Since legal services has been contacted, I'm going to give you a date to come back 1 week out to May 24th, 2024 at 1 p.m. And so you can let Miss Dennis know that that's the date I've set.
Okay.
And it may be, and that she should probably get in touch with the Fink Law Office for the plaintiff, get a clarification as to whether or not this is a circumstance that can be corrected or whether or not they want to move out. I think that's going to be the first thing that's going to have to be answered.
And
And then try to tie it.
I did talk to Carpenter Place. You know, we do have the $1,000 in funding, and I told them I can pay someone to clean the carpet and do all that, but they said that, it was kind of irrelevant at this point because they want her evicted. So they kind of told me to save my money, don't spend any money to clean this carpet.
Okay. So,
Your Honor.
all right. Well,
Your Honor.
we'll have plaintiff's attorney check that and double check it just to make sure.
Yep.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Claudia was cleared for discharge yesterday. And so we were planning to, she was cleared yesterday before we found out about the hearing date. Our plan was to discharge her back to her apartment. If she leaves tomorrow or Monday, can she return until the next court hearing?
You mean, can she go back
return
to the
home?
apartment?
Yes.
Yeah, the apartment is hers until such time as the court says otherwise.
Okay, thank
Can I-
you.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if I can get out of here today, it's Friday. I can get to the bank and get a certified check, which I always give for my rent. I want to get, sir, I really want to get my rent up to date. It's almost looking for another month, sir. And if I can get out of here today in a reasonable time, I want to get to the bank and get the late fees paid because it's real important to me. Okay, I don't want to take up your time, and I'm thanking you for listening to me.
No, not a problem. Okay, Miss Marshall, do this, okay? Do this for me with your rent. Just hold on to it and we'll figure out next week what we're gonna do with that, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Next
so
week, almost time for another rent pay.
I know, but you just do that. You're not gonna be in any trouble. Okay,
If you say so, sir, you have got it.
Okay, all
And
right. So we'll talk
Sorry.
about that next week.
Thank you.
And just for Ms. Marshall, we're not, your landlord is not assessing late fees while your rent is blocked. They're not going to charge late fees. They blocked it on purpose because there's a court case pending.
Oh.
And so they're not going to be charging late fees while that's blocked.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And then, Your Honor, I was just gonna ask if Lori could put her email address in the messaging thing so I can contact Lori of how to get in contact with Toy Dennis.
So I am not sure how to do that. I can call you with it because I work with Elizabeth and Jeannie
Okay, perfect.
at Brightwell.
Thank you so much.
Yep, I'll call you with it.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your
See you
Honor.
next
So
week.
much. Thank you, and thank you. I don't know
Thank
how
you.
to thank you more than thank you.
Thank you, Miss Marshall.
I'm not reinfecting myself.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So this one is probably the saddest one of the three to me. I'm sorry to leave y'all on a downer note, but if you want more happy stuff, give us a like, subscribe, leave in the comments what you want to see, what you want to hear. Some folks have done that. We're working on those videos. I got one that I'm editing right now that I'm trying to get out. So look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I hope y'all have another wonderful night.